talking about Piggly Wiggly.
We're talking about
Continue
Piggly Wiggly.
on.
And then I said, "Oh, you probably been there
I
too."
love Piggly
because
Wiggly.
There was one in Mount Pleasant.
Man, I've never been
Oh, but okay,
in
Really?
Okay, that's crazy. I don't know.
Really, the Mount Pleasant one, because we never went to Mount Pleasant for any
Yeah.
grocery reason or anything. And then by the time I got old enough, it was closed down. And then there was that one in Louisiana on the way to Jared's, but we never stopped there
yeah.
either. And I've seen them a bunch, and I'm always like, "Oh man, a Piggly Wiggly."
My old Piggly
And
Wiggly.
I never think to stop. Look at that. That's
a real
fucking
nice
love Piggly
nice.
Wiggly, dude.
Piggly.
Isn't that nice?
It's like getting out of church and going down to the Piggly Wiggly and getting a bucket
But-
of fried chicken.
Yep.
Those-
Bro, and then they have those okay.
yeah.
So they have the
But-
potato wedges that they batter and deep fry. You don't
Yeah.
fucking know about potato wedges if you hang out a deep fried batter potato wedge.
That are battered.
Their fried chicken, it
But
was
the
always
thing
so
about
dry,
those-
but it had the best flavor of any fried chicken
Yes,
on
yeah.
earth.
Yeah.
Like,
shoot the
dude,
best.
I would
missed it.
elbow drop a fucking bear for some Piggly Wiggly
I
chicken
used
right
to-
now.
I used to
Because
peel
there's
the,
no
skin
Piggly
off.
Wiggly out here.
And I rolled that little
No.
I would roll it. I would peel the top skin off.
I peel the
and then
peel
I
the
would
flesh
roll that
off.
potato wedge in there and just
So I would do
so
that with rice and like a little bit of like mac and cheese, and then I would fold it up and then I would eat it.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And chicken
yeah.
skin?
Chicken skin is
That
the
sounds
natural
delicious.
tortilla.
Well, I was clarifying.
Dude,
I
chicken
just I wanted a little
Chicken
clarification.
skin is like egg roll wrappers for people from North and South Carolina.
And Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, y'all just
Yeah.
put anything in it, huh?
Oh yeah. It's like you put boudin in that boy. Sorry, boys. You got away from me. Sorry if I got you wet.
Oh, so speaking of boudin, are you a man from South Carolina that fucks with liver mush?
I'm not.
All right.
No.
well.
You're not. See, when I got up here, that's all anyone from around here was talking about. They're like, "You boys got to
No,
try
fuck
this
that.
liver
I don't
mush.
eat organs, man.
You got to try
And was
this
it good,
liver
Steven?
mush." I like it. To me, it's like the consistency of boudin, kind of, but it's definitely not the
Yeah.
same flavor though. But
Have
I
you
like
had,
it. I'll eat anything.
boudin,
though.
brother?
Obviously I'll eat
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, you heard about the chocolate
It's
pizza.
basically just like Cajun stuff and rice shoved in like pig skin food,
Yeah.
you know, and then they wrap that bitch in a kolache.
Dude, one of my favorite fucking things ever. You
Put
need
it
to
on me.
you need a big fucking Dutch oven, like one of them cast iron
Okay.
fellas.
All right.
Yeah.
You need to get some good cabbage, wash it, parboil it so that it gets soft, stuff it with rice, peppers, and meat. And it can
Oh
be
my
any
god,
kind
my
of meat
mom
you
used to do
want.
this when I was a kid.
And
Oh
roll
my
it
god,
up.
that shit is so
and then
good.
lay them in your Dutch oven, and then put tomato juice or some kind of tomato sauce, and like layer it kind of like a lasagna, and then throw that whole thing in the oven and just scoop them out and have it.
My mom would use like tomato paste and water and then like garlic and cloves and like make
Oh,
those.
That sounds
I do-
good.
I gotta
You
take
took
my
me
hat
back.
off.
I noticed.
I forgot about that one.
Dude.
So, do you throw down
Oh yeah,
in the
I throw down in the
kitchen?
kitchen.
Because I know every chef that I follow, like on Instagram or TikTok, you've already liked it. Like I'm like, this dude fucks.
Dude,
like he's
I
got
fucking
he
Go
fucking
off in the kitchen. Y'all want to hear the fattest sandwich I ever made?
Lay it on me.
oh yeah
So,
yeah
I had
we
a
love
pork
I mean,
tenderloin.
look at me. Okay, pork, tender, loin.
pork tenderloin. I put it in a crock pot with chicken broth, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, chili powder, a little bit of cumin, and a can of ginger ale.
Okay.
And I put it on low, and I left it on low all day. In the meantime, I took a loaf of French bread, and I cut it, and I put garlic butter on it, and I threw it up under the broiler so it would get all And then I laid 3 different kinds of smoked cheeses on it. It was smoked cheddar, smoked Gouda, and smoked Swiss. And then I threw it back up under the broiler
I
to
didn't know
get
they had
that
smoked
cribby.
Swiss.
I think so, yeah.
No,
And then-
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I threw it back up under the broiler, took it out, pan fry. And again, this is like, you eat this, you're going to have a heart attack.
Shallow pan fry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shallow pan fry some Canadian bacon, some thick cut Canadian
Got the
bacon.
notepad.
Lay it on there, shred your pork, lay that on there. Take a cup of the drippings out of that pork, put it in a sauce pot, turn that bitch on high so that all the water gets out of it and it gets thick. Layer it on there, put peppers on there, onions on there,
Like banana
close
peppers?
it up. Banana peppers and fried bell peppers, like pan fried bell peppers.
Okay, got you.
So whenever I cook peppers and onions, I cook them until they get jammy so that I can use it as a spread.
Got you.
And I spread it on there, close it up.
Ooh.
Yes.
You know all I can think about the whole time you're talking about that, because it was just fucking delicious, is
Yeah.
that scene of when Randy on South Park calls in to the food hotline, but they're talking.
You gonna deglaze that fucking? Yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
deglaze that
probably
fucking
take a
pan.
wooden
Oh, yeah,
spoon,
you gonna fucking
some red
crust it?
wine, 3/4 cup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt the whole time you were
Frasier.
talking.
Dude, I fucking love cooking.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite things
Really?
to cook is a vegetable beef
I
soup.
fucks with a good soup now.
Okay.
That shit goes hard. So, cook your beef however you want to cook it. Your beef gets cooked first so that you get a bunch of
And are you
fond
just
out.
doing
Beef,
like a
motherfucker,
pork butt
beef.
or like a or just like a roast
Beef.
or a rump?
Beef.
Beef.
Yeah. So you can
But
either use
but I thought he
like
said whatever meat you want. I'm sorry, that's what I thought he said.
no, but you can. Well, when I said like you can use like hamburger meat or like chuck roast or like cube steak or whatever.
Got you.
That's the part that doesn't matter. But you have to cook that first to get the fat and the fond out of it. Then you remove it from the pan, cut up onion, carrot, celery, peppers, and potatoes pretty finely. Put them in there and start pan frying it. Once things just start to get translucent, that's when you add your garlic because you don't want your garlic to scorch. So you add your garlic in, start doing it. You make a little space in the center of that pan. That center space is where you put your tomato paste. Tomato paste needs to cook a little bit on its own before it gets mixed. So cook it there, stir it on its own a little bit, and then mix it in. Then add salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, a little bit of chili powder. If you have like a barbecue rub seasoning, that's fine in there, and hot sauce. Then you're gonna start adding beef broth to it to fill it up. Then you can add your beef back in, set it to low, leave it for a few hours, and then serve it over top of rice.
Ooh, right.
I'm glad I got to hear the entirety of this one because my fucking internet cut out
is
the
good.
last thing you was talking about.
Yeah. I'm,
So it'll be a surprise for me when you send me the audio. I'll be like, where was that at?
Sorry.
I'm definitely glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad that you talked about that you touched on cooking out the tomato paste. Most people don't do that, and it keeps
Yeah.
it bitter if you don't cook it out.
Yeah. If you
Here's
want
the guy.
all like the nice, bright, good flavors,
Yeah,
you got to cook it
down.
on its own a little bit.
My boy know what he's talking about.
Boy fucks in the kitchen.
No,
Fucks in the kitchen.
yeah.
I fuck
That boy
everywhere.
fucks the cousin sisters. Hell yeah.
Well, I was gonna bring this up when we were talking about the Piggly Wiggly, but then you got off on the delicious sounding food. But I'm a little scared of small not gas station, grocery stores, because the other day a dog shot a guy to death at a grocery store by my house. I'm not even joking. A dog.
Wait a
These. I'm not usually one for gun control, but these things are getting ridiculous.
An actual.
Was he just like? Was the dog just
Just walking
actively
around with
wielding? Like,
with
was
a
that
gun in
I
his
wasn't-
mouth,
I
just
wasn't
like,
on him, like,
"Where's my kibble, motherfucker?"
so was it a
Um,
It was like a golden retriever, bro.
I don't know who sold the dog the gun.
The
They're
government?
still investigating that part. No, for real though. No, for real, it happened.
Okay.
I thought you were
It's
gonna
a true
say.
story.
I think because stuff is expired.
The guy was doing the grocery
Fucking
pickup,
hell.
and the grocery bringer,
Yeah.
the bearer of groceries, came to the car and was setting the bags in the back and reached in to pet the dog, and there was a loaded .22 rifle in the back seat, and the dog shot him.
And the dog shot
The
him.
dog's foot hit the. That's the story. That's the story that's out. Like they're saying the dog did it.
I think that the fucking
touch my dog.
owner was like, you're not touching
He
my
doesn't
dog.
like
Bow, and then just
pedigree.
handed the dog
Pow.
the gun.
Like I told you, don't substitute. Don't
I told you
substitute my
about that
blue buffalo.
motherfucker.
He doesn't like the hard food unless you mix it in with 47%
It's almost.
salt.
That's-
You're halfway there with the sauce.
You're
You were
halfway
just
there.
on one about the halfway there.
Nah, look, I'm a comedian. I'm gonna take this joke all the way to the end. Living on a prairie. Living on a prairie.
Check my hand.
I swear.
But
Okay, no.
could
Can't get
you
that loud, I gotta remix.
could you imagine? Like that's wild.
No.
It's like that dude's gonna get a charge because his dog. Well, because of his negligence, but also because his dog shot a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he can be charged with like
I
criminal
think
negligence. 'cause someone
negligent
got
homicide is a
fucking murdered.
thing, you know. Like so
Probably. Like if you're a hotel owner and you know like your gas guy is fucky, but you poison all
Yeah.
your tenants anyway because you're
Yeah.
too cheap to fix it, like that would be
Exactly.
negligent homicide.
it's like this, except
I think I saw that
With
in
a
the movie.
with a
It
22.
was called The Gas Guy Be Fucky.
Was that a straight to Netflix special?
Can you imagine? Like, I would be more upset over the fact that like a
Yeah.
22 is what killed me. You know, because like
Yeah.
a 22 can kill things. I'm not saying it can't. But if I'm gonna get shot to death, I want it to
something
be some
big.
like grand display of like military
There
power.
wasn't nothing left of him.
Like if I get hit with a fucking black tip 50 BMG, I'd be content with that. If I get to pick how I'm dying, I'm fighting a grizzly bear to save someone's life. That way I will be remembered as a hero and probably have a statue of me built.
Would they build the
grizzly bear?
statue
Or-
of you
okay,
before
okay.
the fight or mid fight? Because I think a mid fight statue would be pretty sick. Like
Yeah.
you're just like
I
help,
think that'd
and
be
there's a
Just
bear
me like
just
grabbing
on
the bear
top
by
of
his
you.
throat
Yeah.
and it's like
Like you're-
reaching for me.
Dude, you're like pulling the bear's head open like
Like
this.
fucking King Kong.
Yeah, and you're just like, and then you actually have a water fountain that comes out of your mouth.
That'd be pretty sick.
They're like, yeah, this is the part in the fight where things turn the other direction. After this, the bear just was not having it.
Yeah. But up until
bear
this,
was-
man was a legend.
It got him.
Dude, up until this point,
The bear
Paxton was
was-
fucking that bear up. But
It got him.
right
He
after
was
this, he
Paxtoning
got
it in.
written half.
Yeah, but then he went south.
And then he died.
And his body stayed north.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you heard about the guy that got attacked by a grizzly bear
No, but
twice?
have
in
you
the
heard
same
about the
day?
dude who tried to make bear-proof armor?
Like, how are you out here testing this?
Well, do you want to know how he tested it?
By
He was
letting him-
afraid of getting attacked by grizzly bears.
Okay.
So he made this armor. He would have his friends beat him with bats, hit him with cars. He would jump off of cliffs. He would jump out of trees. He would survive all of it because this
but they
armor
have
was
claws.
actually good. But he died before he got to test it on an actual bear.
Died from how?
I'm not sure, but he died before he got to test it on a bear.
And so nobody else wanted to try it out?
Dude, I would have been like, you know what, man, fuck it. This is Craig's legacy. I'm gonna put this armor on.
Yeah, dude, Craig, fucking legend, bro. You're not gonna let him
Yeah.
go out like that and not know if he's got a bear-proof, just like. I swear I'm not drinking. I'm just tired. He's just got a bear tooth.
Dude.
I'm just nervous because you're so handsome. It's just throwing me off. I don't know what to do with my hands. Carl, real fast.
You're halfway there. Steven's internet is pooping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucking
how
me. I
fucking
come in
works.
for a second and I'm
Yeah.
out. I don't know what's going on.
So I read in magazines. I don't know.
Oh man, that is
like
how it
actual-
works.
Yeah,
with a person.
I'm not a sinner. I've never done that.
Goes
Yeah,
in
the only thing
and
I
it
sit
comes
on is
out.
my pillow every night.
I'm not. No.
Dirty
Jesus
Martha.
Christ. Dirty Martha.
Sweet Martha. Dirty
Fucking
Martha.
hell.
And that's that.
My shit's fucked. Let's see what's going on here. I've got something blinking.
No, that might be that. It's just the timing of everything.
It got quiet for 3 seconds. My shit's fucked. From out of nowhere.
Oh,
Holy
bro,
shit.
I laughed so hard the back of my knees started sweating.
Oh my, dude, mine too.
I'm a
Dude,
back
my
knee
fucking
sweater.
my love handles are wet right now.
Look at that cum on my shirt. That's all right. Which is that the?
Is it?
I don't
does
think
look
so,
like cum.
but it might be.
What band is that? Is that Immolation?
Oh no, it's Immortal.
Probably.
I see their faces now. I couldn't see it. I saw IM. I was like, how many IM bands do I know?
Yeah, for real.
Immolation,
Yeah, there it is.
Impuritan, Immortal.
Imperial. I mean, Immortal. Yeah. Yeah. Imperial. Yeah, that's an E.
Emperor is an E.
Emperor's an E. See, I'm not the cleverest chicken in the back. Dude, that's a funny video. It's fucking hard as fuck. I love black metal.
Dude, I love it too. I've gotten into it in like the last few months just because AJ's really into it.
It's like probably like my top 3 favorite genres of all time.
And my number one's always going to be death metal because that's who I be.
My number 1 is probably a tie between deathcore and
That's
metalcore,
who it is.
because I grew up in that scene, so.
Yep.
But I did prefer deathcore over metalcore, but I don't like.
Yeah, when I was getting into it, man, like death metal
And
was
then-
it for me.
And then number 2 is slam death. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing other than that. It was probably black metal, slam death, and then deathcore, metalcore,
Yeah.
and then probably like 80s sex music.
Love bites, love bleeds, it's bringing me to my knees. Fucking love Def Leppard.
Def Loopard.
Doof Looper.
Can you
No.
actually sing?
No, I am.
Like,
I
can
bet
you
you
sing?
I
terrible
bet
at
if you
it.
tried, you
Sing?
probably could.
Me either. Do you?
Just because,
dude,
like-
I get compliments for it, but I'm just like, no, it's not good.
I mean,
You know?
the older you get, you might switch into D's nuts.
Yeah.
I just
Do
said
you-
that because he said D's.
Yeah,
Have you thought about
taking lessons,
trying
man.
to learn to sing?
Because like,
I feel like you'd be good
I
at
teach
it.
people to scream.
I feel like the best.
So I already kind of know how like the
Yeah.
lesson shit do. So I feel like I would
It do be like
enjoy
that.
learning to sing.
Yeah.
I think you'd be pretty good at it. Just from like your
I-
fucking around.
I want to be good
Yeah.
at it, you know?
Well, then you'd be good at it.
feel like-
wanting is halfway there.
You motherfucker. Halfway there.
Everything's halfway there. That's gonna be the name of this fucking episode.
Wrong Paxi.
Fucking. I've wanted to too. I feel like I feel like all the best like
Yeah.
extreme vocalists
I have a few
Can sing.
videos.
as well. Like
Yeah, I have
you-
a few
you see someone,
videos
you're
of
like,
me
man, how do they do that? And it's
singing,
like, oh,
and people
man,
are like,
can
I did
sing
not
too."
expect this, but I hate the sound of my voice so fucking much that I just don't do it.
Yeah. Our old vocalist
Like-
is Scared the Dark. Oh, no, go on.
No, I was just gonna say like the reason that I try to make my vocals sound the way they do is that there is very little true chord phonation in it.
Gotcha.
So like that's why all of my vocals are like just fucking stupid ape noises instead of like emotional fucking type of shit. So
Yeah.
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 With arms where you're beyond.
I'll tell you the sunshine.
Can you take me
Under the sunlight. I think that might be one of.
to a place where blind men see?
No.
I think
Can you take me higher to a place with golden sea?
Come on, let's go there.
Let go there.
Come on.
let's go
Escape.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher?
Yes,
Place with gold on here.
Come on, let's go there.
Let's go there.
That's good. That's probably the best cover on the internet.
Let's go there.
I said, yo, there.
I was gonna say, I feel like one of the greatest joys is just singing butt rock.
yeah.
Creed especially, and like Soundgarden
Nickelback.
and shit like that. Just like
Soundgarden
Put in
and
the
fucking,
mud.
Nickelback.
Put in the mud.
fucking crossfade.
CrossFit, put in the mud. She fucking
Looking back
hurt
at
me.
me, I see that I never really got it right.
Dude, that
I never
song
stopped to
hits.
think of you.
I'm always fucked up. I'm always wrapped up in. Bro, that's
Her dad outside the car. The keys, oh please, they're not in the ignition. You know what I'm talking about?
That song sucks, dude. And put in the mud. She fucking hurts me. No.
I fucking love it,
I
dude.
tried so hard, but she just wouldn't have none.
I tried so hard and got so
That's-
far.
But she wouldn't have none.
I fucking love Limp Bizkit too, man.
Oh yeah, Limp Bizkit was one of the first songs I did on my
Fred
drum cover.
Durst.
Nice.
fucking Fred piece.
I did it all for
Fred
the nookie.
Durst.
Come on,
The nookie.
come on.
The nookie.
So you can take that.
And stick it up, yup.
Yeah.
What?
Stick it up, yup.
Yeah.
Stick it up, yup.
Come on.
Okay,
Why
so
did it
so
take
last
so
week
long?
I got a noise complaint
said,
like
why
playing
did I
my
wait so
drums.
long?
I can see it now. They're gonna be like, yeah, it sounded like someone was being like just beat to death in one of the campers. We're not
Whoa.
sure. Just someone just kept going.
It's like the have you seen that Nick Schwartzen stand up a long time ago? Whenever he's like, it's like when Xbox Live first came out or whatever, and he's like upstairs like Xbox Live, like yeah, fucking take it, yeah, suck this fucking dick, take it, and then he goes downstairs and
Oh yeah, and his
Yeah.
neighbor.
yeah,
We just
and
thought
his
you.
neighbor's like, what are you doing up there? And he's like, oh, he's playing video games. Oh my god, I thought you guys are shooting gay porn. He's like, no, we're just playing video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, suck
Yeah,
this dick.
yeah, take
suck
this whole
this
fucking
dick.
dick.
Have you ever done that thing? And this will sound weird unless you've
Taking
done
a
it.
dick?
No, not taking a dick. That's private. I wouldn't ask that on record. But do you ever do this thing where like you take the lyrics to songs but you just say them calmly? Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one who does
I
that.
do that, especially a lot.
We yeah, we were in Michigan, and like we were in the van just waiting because like doors hadn't opened yet, and I was just sitting in the back, just like, Soldier Boy, tell him, I have a new dance for y'all. It's called the Soldier Boy.
Oh,
Soldier Boy up in this hoe.
that's funny because I did Soldier Boy last week as a cover.
Fuck yeah. Watch me crank it. Watch me roll.
Everything keeps coming together.
Watch me crank that Soldier Boy. Oh, what
Now Superman that hoe.
And
now watch me
Superman
you crank
that
that Soldier
hoe.
Boy.
crank that Soldier hoe.
Now watch me you crank that Soldier Boy.
Oh,
Ooh boy.
Looking back at me, I
Shoot it
see
back at-
that I've never really got it right.
Looking back at me,
I'm all wrapped up in.
I never stop to think
Yeah,
of
those
you.
songs are so good.
I'm always
wrapped up in.
Dude, I would listen to you read shit. Like,
That's why I have Steven do the intros and stuff. I was like, bro,
I'm always wrapped
it's
up
just a
in.
beautiful
I would
voice.
listen to you read a fucking menu, dude, and I would just be like, that was hard as shit.
If I could read, I would do that. I fucking suck at it, dude. Like I'm sure we all three here have the ADHD,
Oh, yeah.
but I also am
Me too.
dyslexic,
I
like
have
a son
I'm
of a
ADHD,
bitch. So it's
dyslexic,
like
and left-handed.
reading is very hard for me.
Dude, God hates you.
Yeah, God didn't give you anything.
I was also in like slow classes growing
You
up.
got charisma.
You
Right.
got cooked a
But-
little too long. I think that's
Yeah,
what happened.
charisma was
yeah, bro,
maxed out.
They,
Cooked a little
Yeah.
too long. Oh fuck! We left Josh in the oven.
yeah, they just
He comes out
Shit.
and he's just like, hey,
Send him
guys,
out.
just
We don't
riding
have
with his
time
little
to
tail.
make another
just
one.
Sprinkle some extra charisma on him and just send him out. Yeah, add some little
Dude,
stage presence.
When God was making me, he just grabbed everything out the cabinet and threw it in a bowl.
A little bit of dick,
And here we are.
Yeah.
a little bit of frog's breath, a little bit of toenail from a werewolf's penis,
Frogs. Bro.
A little bit of Copenhagen long cut.
a little bit of
Oh
foreskin,
yeah.
Only a little bit, though.
snake skin,
Oh.
foreskin though. Oh, wintergreen long cut. That boy. Be fine.
Wintergreen snake foreskin.
That boy. That sounds like a fucking metal band. Wintergreen snake foreskin.
like a fucking grind band.
Yeah.
There's this one grind band I found a couple
I do
months ago.
miss-
It's called Shit Covered Penis and Balls.
Oh, I've actually heard them before. Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
I do miss like nonsensical like band names and
Like We
song
Butter the
names.
Bread
I do
with
kinda
Butter.
miss that. I know there's people that are still doing it, but
I do miss.
oh,
I do miss that.
we butter the bread with butter. Goats on a boat. Fucking. I'm trying to think of some good ones. I wrestled a bear once. had
If
some
you
good
get
ones.
into
They did have
gore
some good
grind,
ones.
you're gonna find the most absurd, stupid shit, and I love it.
Like they're just. It's. I remember I watched a YouTube video about some like crazy like gore grind names, like modern ones, and
Yeah.
some of those names are like so out there that I was like, this is fucking hard, bro. Like I swear, I wish I could remember. I couldn't even remember what I did 12 minutes ago. So.
There's this slam band. Their name is Ingutturalment Cephaloslamectomy, and I love that band so goddamn much.
In gutturalment.
Ingutturalment Cephaloslamectomy, and I have typed that out so many times my phone now knows to autocorrect to that, even though none of it's words.
Yeah.
In gutturalment.
Yeah. None of it's real.
No.
That's good.
Ingutturalment Cephaloslamectomy. Hang on. Look up Slam Not Glam. That's their album.
Gutturalment. And what was the last? What was the other word? Lamb
Hang on.
ecstasy.
Ingutturalment Cephaloslamectomy. I just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. It's in the chat, then I'll look.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is definitely not at all how I thought any of that was.
Yeah, that's
spelled,
not
so
words at all,
Glad
dude.
you did that.
Those are letters.
I
that-
was like in
that's-
guttural. I
picked
got
out of a soup.
like in gutturalment. I was kind of
Government?
close.
That's kind of like a heavy metal government.
But the second word I thought was three. First of all, so
No,
it
it's
would have been
one word.
wrong.
Wait, the second word is one word.
Yeah, Cephaloslamectomy is one word.
The follow slamectomy. Mm-hmm. The follow. It sounds like I'm speaking in tongue and like Diablo too.
Cephaloslamectomy. There are so many ectomies in slam. There's vulvectomy, organectomy, gutterectomy, fucking and guttural cephaloslamectomy. Like, there's so many of them, and they're all good.
The removal is just brutal.
There's also pestilectomy, I think.
It's just made its way in. Pestilectomy.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. I think I did a cover of one of their songs about a month ago.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
just
It's the best though. And last episode we were talking about like bands from back in the day that were like that, and there was a band back in Britain. They were called The Day Everything Became Nothing, and they were like that. And then they
Oh
actually,
yeah, I listened to them.
dude, that song "Press."
Yeah. Dude,
That song is so
you
good.
need to listen to "The Day the Earth Shook" by Pyrexia. The intro to it is like a fucking like trap beat, and then it goes into slam. So it's like It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I love this. I like stupid. I'm down with
Yeah.
stupid.
I really like ignorant fucking slam. Like that's why I love Gore
the best thing
Vent so
about it,
much. Yeah. Like caveman slam is my shit. Like Ooga Ooga, their caveman themed caveman slam.
Now I've never heard of them.
Chef kit, dude.
That sounds hard.
All
I haven't either, and that sounds
Ooga
interesting.
Ooga
I'm
and
gonna have
all of
to
their
check
song
that
names
out.
are Ooga Ooga. And it's just caveman themed caveman slam. So it's like
So
Bro, the album cover looks like a caveman. It's
yeah.
awesome.
so all their song names are Ooga Ooga.
It's
Their
'cause they're
band names are
caveman.
Ooga Ooga. Is he like just saying caveman noises
it's
too?
just like-
Like no lyrics to the songs, just noises.
I love
I
it.
like it.
I'm
down
down
with
with the ooga sickness.
I have to check out the Ooga Ooga. I feel like, in comparison to both of you, I feel like such an idiot when it comes to like knowing,
Oh, he knows way more than me.
like
I'm
metal
a nerd. I'm a nerd about it,
classifications.
dude.
Like I feel so. You're like a walking fucking metal
Dude,
encyclopedia. I feel
if you
like.
want like a
You are
legit
always-
metal encyclopedia, fucking look up Slam Dad on TikTok. Originally it was Death Metal Dad, but he changed it to Slam Dad recently. That dude knows everything about everything to a shocking degree.
Yeah.
Like
I'll have to
he
check
did
it
a
out.
video recently about National Socialist black metal and how he avoids it because like fascism.
Oh, I've seen this guy before. I've seen
Yeah,
this
I
guy
love
before,
that.
yeah.
I love that guy. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
I
I'm actually
think
already
I have
following
too.
him,
Yeah, we're friends on TikTok. He's such a nice dude. Like, he plays a character, and the character is like a very like elitist,
Yeah.
but it's just a character. He's actually a really kind person.
Yeah, yeah.
Him
yeah,
and Thrash Metal Dad, they're both just awesome.
Check that out. Put your TikTok in the Discord, and I'll give you a follow, and your Instagram too. That way we can always keep in touch.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the only thing I want to do is keep touching, but we can stay in touch.
Oh, so that first
Keep
one
touching.
is my TikTok.
No network connection. I hate my life.
My shit's
I'll
full.
look it up later.
Fuck, man.
Man, I tell you what, I crawled out that motherfucking asshole pussy, and I can't come back.
Can't come back.
Come.
Boy. I'm always in the middle of nowhere. I work on power plants, so they don't usually put those in the places with the best cell phone
Yeah.
service. I'm surprised I have Wi-Fi. Like, honestly, I'm stoked I do because we got to start doing this. But
Like how you said, we
It was
got
a
to
surprise.
start doing this.
for sure.
We got
We got to. It would have been it would have been just perfect if I was like, at least I have Wi-Fi. We could
Well,
have.
no, you did stutter a bit. That's why I was laughing.
At least
It
I
went-
have Wi-Fi.
It went. Bro, well, we can just edit
Yeah.
that.
Y'all quit saying Wi-Fi because it really is starting to go out.
Oh, look at him. I like.
He is fucking selling it thick there.
Yeah.
You were holding that shit like a shit.
Oh. I never hold shit.
Holding that
If
shit
God
in like
intended
shit.
for it to stay in me, he
It's not
wouldn't
good
have given me
for
a
you.
butthole.
I think it's pronounced butthole, but yeah. I think it's
Butthole.
butthole, but
Wouldn't
I
have gave me an anus if he wanted me to keep it in.
An
Anus.
Sphincter.
Sphincter.
Bro, you were whistling, and
If he didn't want me to fucking get it out of me, it wouldn't be
I was
water,
putting my ear
brother.
to the microphone like I could hear you. I have a problem.
Yep. Checks out. Checks out.
Okay. Bro, there was a you remember that grindcore band from like 2009
Is that,
that was the vocalist only did pterodactyl vocals? There was a grindcore
I do
band.
not remember that, but I've heard a couple of bands that are like that.
Yeah, there was one in 2009. It was crazy.
Have
They
you
used to
ever
play
seen
them
the
a lot with See You
movie-
Next Tuesday.
Have you ever seen the movie Critters? Like the Gremlins ripoff movie?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So
Yeah.
if you want a band where the vocals sound like the Critters, listen to a little band called Bathtub Shitter. Their vocalist is just like it's fucking insane.
They're like early, not Confide, but Converge. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh, bathtub shitter.
Yeah.
Bathtub
Sounds like
shitter.
some
When
shit
you
that
get
I've
into
said
extreme
before.
metal,
I've
it's
seen
like-
one of those before.
Yeah.
I have too.
I've definitely seen a bathtub shitter before.
I've seen that picture.
I've seen that picture.
I'm upset about it too.
No, I've used one.
What the
I've
fuck?
used a bathtub shitter. Oh, are you talking about waffle stomping?
No, I'm talking about that fucking tub girl picture that's just so vile. Do you not know
I
about
guess
that?
I haven't seen it, and maybe I don't
What
want
the
to.
You
I
don't want
maybe
to
not.
see it. No, you do not want to.
I don't- yeah,
saw
that's what I was
that
saying. Maybe I
shit-
don't.
I saw
Literally,
that shit at an
literally.
early age and it ruined my life.
Oh,
It's bad, dude.
I did have another question that I had that I did want to ask that I completely forgot about till we started talking about bad shit.
What's up?
Are y'all gonna? Y'all got the podcast Hammer Smash?
Yeah.
Is that a reference to anything?
Yeah, so originally the plan was we're going to talk about metal, we're going to talk about death metal, and that'll be that. So
Only metal.
yeah, so
That's it.
So we were going to call it the Hammer Smash podcast because of Hammer Smashed Face, the Cannibal Corpse song. And
Okay.
we did a good few episodes that were just about metal, but then we would have like the occasional episode where we just dick around and talk about whatever. And then the last few, we were just like, fuck it, aliens, conspiracies, cults, Satan, like everything. And we have not made an episode in a while because just schedules have not lined up. It sucks.
I figured because y'all are busy.
Yeah, because like, dude, touring, you can't do shit leading up to that tour because you have to prepare. Because if you don't, then the tour doesn't go well. So if you want it to go well, you have to put everything on hold, not just for the tour, but for the time leading up to it. And then you come back home and you're exhausted, and that, dude, I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. But dude, the commitment. That's the hard part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've toured quite a bit, but we've never toured on that level. You know, we were still very regional before we finally kind of shit the bed, and then I stepped out of music for like 10 years. Josh has stayed doing stuff.
I got you.
But me and him were homeless and lived behind a CC's Pizza that we
In the
worked
tour
at
van.
just so we could
In the
save
tour
up
van,
money
yeah.
to pay for our album. Yeah, in the tour van, and then the tour that followed our album to kind of start our
Because we're recording with
album
Brian Hood.
cycle. You know?
God damn, man.
Yeah,
Dedication.
we lived behind a CC's
love
Pizza,
CC's
and the
Pizza.
only bad thing about living behind where you work is when somebody doesn't show up, they would just come up to the van and be
We're
like,
"Hey, you want to work?"
"Hey, y'all are opening today."
We're like, "All right,
Fuck.
I'm fucking hammered." I was
Okay.
always drunk. I was like, all right. I was always drunk eating free pizza, and we would shower at the 24-hour
Dude,
gym.
free pizza though,
Oh,
like
yeah. Dude, there'd be times where Steven would get out of the
Yeah.
van, and like I'd work in the morning, and Steven was like not working that morning, so he would wake up and like he's just like sleep pants or whatever, his dick half hanging out. He would just get out of the van, get in line, grab a plate, grab a cup, and just start eating, just like that.
Dude.
Cafe. And then he would just walk out.
I know that's
Or
not,
I'd go
I
in the
know that's
back
not
and
the
make,
most
like, a peanut butter
convenient,
pizza.
like living situation, but if I
It was perfect.
fucking
It was perfect.
if I had access to infinite CC's Pizza, dude,
And we would make our own pizzas too. Like, of course, we make peanut butter brownie pizza and shit like that.
yeah.
It was sick. And like,
Dude,
and like I said, we
You
literally
wouldn't have
showered
been
at the
able to
gym.
tell me shit. I would have been just every fucking day, just like, okay, what fuck combination am I gonna make today?
We literally lived on pizza for 4
Yeah,
months.
that's pretty much
4 or
what I
5
did.
months we lived on
Dude.
pizza. And then we
I
saved
love
money
pizza.
for
Somehow-
for like a year and the album.
Yeah, somehow I became the head chef
Yeah,
at that
they
fucking
wanted to, they wanted to make me the
Like,
manager or the
they were like-
general, like the regional manager, and I was like, nah, we're going on tour. We're only living in the back.
Yeah, we're fixing to quit. We're fixing to quit
and
this
they were like,
If
motherfucker.
we
no.
only got this
Yeah, but
job for the album
I
and
worked
the
there
tour,
for-
then we're done.
They were like, Steven, you need to be the
Yeah.
head chef.
Yeah.
Josh,
You
you're the
thi-
regional manager. I was like, no, we're leaving in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made me the pizza man though, because I have terrible human interaction skills, and they were like, we can't put this motherfucker in the front like at all. Like no one needs to talk to him. You get in the back and you sprinkle
even
cheese
had
on
the-
You
that
know
shit.
what though?
One of the
That's a
names
good
on it.
job to have.
We even had one of our songs named after
Oh
that
yeah,
one
it was
guy.
great. I just
Fuck
got to
yeah.
do whatever.
All the way from Cinemonia, dude.
Oh, we had
Very
this
eccentric.
guy
Very
that worked there that, like, have you ever met somebody that was too excited to be where
Yes.
they're at? Like, you're
Yeah.
like, there's no
was
reason
way
Absolutely.
older
to
than
be
us,
like
way
that was
older than
him.
us.
He'd come out and he'd be holding the pizza, and whatever the pizza was, he would come up with this like mythical name for it, and would just be at the top
Yeah.
of his lungs, like, "This is a pepperoni pizza from Michigan or whatever,
Something
something
funny.
mythical."
Something
Michigan's
funny.
not mythical.
Something Michigan. Michigan? Fuck that sentence. Go ahead.
Well, so he would do something with the desserts,
But the
Steven.
the desserts was the one
Would
that
he come
caught
on
us.
it?
Is he would. Maybe he was that
Yeah,
excited. He
yeah.
probably
He
had
probably
to change
could have
underwear
if he
after
wanted
grabbing
to.
this fucking. After grabbing the cinnamon rolls, he would grab the cinnamon rolls and be like, "Hot, fresh cinnamon rolls straight from
You go all the way
Cinemonia,"
from
and he'd slap them on the
Cinemonia. And
fucking.
so that was one of our names of our songs when we
Yeah.
went on with the studio.
Just
That's fucking
It was called
legendary.
All the Way from Cinemonia.
every time,
Uh,
just hot, fresh.
I like to from the
buttery.
outside. I like to think that I would have loved working with that guy, but I couldn't imagine dealing with that day in and day out.
It was. I didn't have to do with him
Yeah,
a lot.
because it was a minimum wage job at a CC's Pizza. Everyone there was either in high school or addicted to
Drugs.
fucking
bro,
pharmaceutical
like-
drugs.
Yeah.
So no one wanted to
No
deal
one
with
wanted
this
to
shit.
be there, and he was
Whenever we
just
would
like, "This
close-
is awesome."
Whenever we would close, our our closing manager, he'd be like, "Hang on," and he would lock the doors and he'd go outside and grab an ice chest and come back in, and we just start drinking beer. I mean, it was cool, but yeah, nowadays
That's pretty
it's
cool.
crazy. Well, I guess we could tell the story, Steven, about the trash sheriff. Since we're talking about CC's Pizza and living in the van.
So when we lived there originally, we gave ourselves like I think it was like $5 a week a piece that we were allowed to
Yeah.
spend. We had a $5 a week
God
budget.
damn.
We did that until we hit a certain money mark. I can't remember what it was. We'll say $1,500 because I think that was half of the recording fee.
Something like that, yeah.
And when we got to that, we finally were like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna
We're
buy
gonna put
some
all of our
beer,
$5
and we're
together.
gonna get drunk in
and,
this
yeah,
fucking
we're gonna
van.
get a case of beer. All right.
We're gonna get this fucking beer. So we get beer, and it's the first time either one of us have drank in.
Months because we've just been saving
Forever,
money
it
for
felt
too long,
like.
yeah.
Right.
And I'm an alcoholic.
So we're
that was
cracking
tough.
beers in the van. We got shit faced. We got right hammered. We got like a 24 pack
it was
and
30
drank
pack.
all of it, and then went and got a
And
30
then got
pack.
a
Drank all of it,
Coke,
and then
then
one
got
got
a Coke.
more.
God damn.
It was just me and Steven.
Well, Josh or me, one of us had to piss, and one of the packs we got was glass bottles. So we
Oh,
opened
but
the
Steven had
slide
to
door
piss.
on the
He had to
van,
piss. Yeah.
and the bottles just fell out and shattered all on the ground.
Fuck.
So I'm like, "Fuck, man, we'll get up and we'll deal with that in the morning." I get back in, I close the door. Bright and early, somebody comes by, I guess, to clean the fucking parking lot. Never been there before a
One of
day
those-
in their fucking
it looked like
in
a
our
Zamboni,
in our
like
state.
one of those
Yeah.
machines with the fucking.
One of the
things,
sweeper guys.
Yeah, never been there. We've been there 4 months.
Yeah, so he's riding up right next to the van, gets out, and he's just sweeping up glass, just waking us up at 6
Jesus
a.m.
Christ.
Oh, it was awful. We're just, I'm in there, my head's fucking banging like you had been Donkey Kong punching me in the head all night.
Have you ever gotten really fucked up on tour?
And then I said the trash pan, or the trash sheriff thing.
Oh, we
Trash sheriff. That was the funny part.
we
I was always
were
fucked up.
we were not
I
a
was
party
always fucked
band,
up.
but we drank
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like we weren't going to after
Um,
parties, but we were
Like,
getting
yeah,
fucked
Steven and Jake and all them, they were usually pretty good about, like, they would drink me like a crazy. I was just ready to fucking rage.
Yeah.
From the minute I woke up to the minute I passed out after the show. And that was my life for 10 years. I was just, that's it. I'd rage. And then now this is kind of funny because there'd be some nights where I was supposed to drive and I would just intentionally get fucked up. And I'd be like, no, I can't drive, Steven, so I'm fucking drunk.
I can't drive,
So,
guys.
like, I'm looking back, I was a bad band guy, but like, yeah. I mean, literally my life was wake up in a different city when we were touring every day, get fucked, go to the show, load in, get fucking hammered, blacked out, black out in the tour van, wake up in a different city and doing it again. Yeah, that shit.
Nice.
Yeah, because I did all the booking, and I was about as bad as Bro Job's spacing on some of those. We had drives that were 10, 12, 14 hours. I was terrible about that because I was like, I want to fucking get our shit out,
Dude,
But I remember one time.
Good.
I was going to say, I remember one time in particular, like talking about getting fucked up. Like there was this bar that we played. They would offer, do you know what Mickey's malt liquor is? So, Mickey's is like 9 or 11% or something like that. But they were offering the Mickey's half pints for 50 cents for band members.
I would have gotten alcohol poisoning.
Oh,
we got absolutely
and
destroyed.
I just remember being how excited
and
I
the
was about
fucked
it.
up thing is, we didn't do
no, we did
bad.
great.
Like I remember before our YouTube account got fucked and everything was deleted. Fucking, there was a video of that show, and I was like, I don't know how in the fuck any of us played that because I don't remember it.
Jesus Christ.
There's no fucking way.
I remember just being excited.
I can't drink a little bit now and play drums. I just don't know how I did it. I was blackout. We don't remember it at all. Missed the next show, because fucking just got way too.
Bro, you go up there and you would put down $1 and you'd be excited as fuck because you're going to get 50 cents back and a beer. I would just say, no, ma'am. I'll just take 2. I was drinking 2 at a time. I was taking 2 at a time, and then literally. Because I think I remember at the beginning I gave her like a $10 tip, and that way I wouldn't forget to tip, and I was probably back up at that bar every 7 minutes. I was just like, this is fucking great. I was like, when do I get an opportunity like this?
This is amazing.
I ain't never going to get an opportunity like this.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
And I'm like, I can't even plug my bass in. I'm like, did I turn my wireless on? Am I even on? Am I even playing? I know I look like I'm playing, but am I playing?
Dude, I got fucking hammered after Death Fest in June. Someone gave us a bottle of brandy, like as a gift.
Perfect.
And day 1, we did some shots out of it. But day 2, there was like a quarter of the bottle left. And no one else wanted
Was it
any.
half left or a quarter?
Quarter.
I'm just messing with you.
So it was like a quarter left. And at the time, I was only 20. So I couldn't get my own shit. So AJ, being the sweetheart that he is, he's like, I'll just get a 12-pack of Twisted Teas and me and you can split it. So I had 6 Twisted Teas and a quarter of a bottle of brandy
thing on him.
On a mostly empty stomach.
Yeah, and then that's how sugar, so it hits you even harder, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, I remember losing my fucking mind over a chicken wing because I had gas station chicken, but one of them wasn't just the drum or the flat, it was the full guy. So I was like, okay, so this is it. I'm immortal now. So I was just like, dude, I was screaming at the other guys in the band, like, Gunner,
This is a sign from the Lord.
fucking look at him. And there's this video, there's this video on the Bro Job TikTok of our manager, Tyler. He's like, what you got? And I'm just like, and I just start laughing really hard, and we just start laughing back and forth, and I'm just like,
Look what I got.
yeah, dude, I was so fucking
I got a full
excited.
boy.
And then so we had 2 separate hotel rooms because me and AJ are bigger than everybody. So Tyler was like, we'll just book another room because there's no way that all of us are going to fit in the same 2 beds. So me and AJ, we had a separate room, and Tyler was like, I'm going to go to sleep so that I can drive in the morning, but you guys go party if you want to in AJ and Paxton's room. So we're all over there. At this point, it's setting in like even more.
Like how
Like I'm
fucked
just
up you
like,
are.
like the fucking alcohol is setting in. I'm just like,
Dude, that's the best when you feel like you're on cloud nine and you're just like, oh.
yeah. And I remember
And you're telling yourself, dude, I'm at that point.
I went into the room, jumped face first onto my bed, and laid there for like 2 minutes. And everyone else comes in, and I pop up and I walk over to them and I'm like, I want ice cream. You guys want to drive with me? And they're like, you are not leaving this room. Well, no, Trevor was like, fuck yeah, I'll go with you. And AJ,
I love ice cream.
And AJ was like, no, I have ice cream in the freezer. You can have it. There was no freezer in that hotel room. It was a fridge. So I just had a milkshake in there. But I drank it and I was like, this is the best day of my life. And I just dived back into the bed. At some point, I got out of bed, got on the floor, and started screaming at AJ. I was like, AJ! AJ! And he's like, what? I'm like, what's going on? He's like, you're on the floor. I'm like, I got back into bed, just passed out.
Oh, did you guys have a show the next day?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I don't get hangovers. Like, I could drink anything and not get a hangover. I drank a fifth of vodka.
Yeah, remember
the
he's
other
fucking
week.
20.
Like, I drank a fifth of vodka the other week and
remember
woke
being
up
young.
like I had puked in my hat, but I didn't have a hangover.
Yeah, I remember those days.
But yeah,
Oh,
everyone
man,
was
I
like,
feel
so
like-
how you feeling? I'm like, good. Why? It's like, you're not hungover? I'm like, no. It's like, dude, you were smashed. I was like, yeah, but like,
I didn't start feeling hungover until I was like 31, 32.
Oh,
which
dude,
means I
like,
had 10
I felt
years
like,
to destroy my organs.
Yeah,
mine
you got
was-
about 10
dude,
years.
I don't know how
I
I'm
would-
actually still clinically alive. Just saying.
Hell yeah.
I
Rock
feel
and
like
roll.
I started getting hangovers like probably around like 24, like where I was like, oh, this is a hangover. But it was like I'd wake up and I'm like, oh,
And it was gone in,
my
like,
head's a
30
little
minutes.
hurty. My tum
My
my tum tum's
tum-tum.
not okay. Let me drink a little water. Let
I've
me
had
eat something and I'll
two
be good.
hangovers in my life, but it's because I had drank more than I had ever drank in my fucking life. So like,
Also, sugar
Yeah.
shit
I would-
is what gives you the hella hangovers.
oh yeah.
That's why I
But
don't
like,
drink
I
that
would
shit.
wake up. Those two occasions, I woke up still too drunk to stand after sleeping for hours, and then like immediately pain would sit in, and I would just be like,
Oh, this is
I'm
what
never
that
gonna
is.
give this up though. I don't care how bad this hurts.
Because you feel so amazing in the moment.
Right.
It's just like,
I'm a very happy drunk
yeah,
man.
it's like, it's worth it. Like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
you're just stoked on every little thing in your life or every little thing in this life. That's why I like it. It just makes me just so happy. So,
Yeah.
and when I'm sober, that's when I deal with all my stress and anxiety and depression. So when I'm drunk, I'm like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so maybe that was my little rant. Well, I should probably go to a therapist.
Dude, DoorDash.
I
I
should
don't know
probably
if you
see a
DoorDash
therapist.
things where y'all are at, but out here, DoorDash is like actually available. So like since moving, I've been DoorDashing shit because I couldn't do it where I used to live. And the 7-Eleven nearby usually has some kind of deal on like Mike's Harder, which is like their tall boy 8%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would get like 3 of those bitches for like $12 and put all of them down and just be like,
Bro,
time to listen to Creed.
bro, this gas station right by my house, they have the truly extras, which the 8% in the tall cans, and they do 3 for $6.50. So I get those probably almost every day. Well, not right now, but like for like as of a month ago,
I haven't
as
drank.
of a month ago, I would get probably like 6 a day.
Dude, why can't California have good prices like that?
Hey, I live in Escondido, which is right outside of San Diego, and that 7-Eleven next to my house, which is like 3 blocks away, they had some gnarly deals like that all the time. It was pretty sick.
There is this one store, but it's like a proper liquor store. It's called like Save on Liquor. They, for DoorDash, they have special deals to encourage you to use DoorDash.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like,
when you buy like a certain amount.
yeah, so like if you spend more than $12, there's 0 delivery fees and you only pay half of the sales tax. But that's because of Dash Pass.
Oh, okay.
So if
yeah,
you have
Yeah,
Dash Pass, then it
Which
does
is like
that.
what, $29 a
But-
month?
If you're dashing
No, it's like
enough.
$9.99 a month.
Oh, it's really that cheap? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cheap. But they'll have like deals like 20% off every whiskey in the store, or like spend $35, get 15 off, like crazy
So you're only
shit.
spending 25.
Yeah, so crazy shit. So I got, and this is when I drank all that fucking vodka a few weeks ago. I got a fifth of vodka and a fifth of rum, and I ended up drinking the vodka, obviously. Rum sucks.
Are you
I
having regular?
hate
You're
it.
not a rum fan?
Like,
Dude,
I like
the
rum.
one I got was supposed to be like this nice, tasty rum, and it sucked
You
fuck.
remember what brand it is?
Mount
Well,
Gay.
I just, what?
Mount Gay.
Oh, I think you said I'm not gay. I was like, what?
No,
Mount
Mount
Gay.
Gay.
Like, actually,
It's
might be
a
wrong.
no Mount Gay. It's a Barbados rum, and
Oh,
it
no.
fucking
Dude,
blows nuts through a straw,
I
man.
just fuck with Sailor Jerry. I haven't had Sailor Jerry tattooed down my leg, bro. That shit never
yeah.
fails. That shit never fails. Sailor Jerry's
I want
so
to get a
good.
tattoo of.
I like rum with like
Good.
I like to mix rum with stuff. Like I definitely am not a straight rum
I'll
guy though.
fucking run you down, buddy.
Yeah, I fucking
rub
I want to
my-
get a tattoo
rub off.
of Will Romer from Mortician, like that picture of him holding a shotgun in some dude's corner.
Yeah.
I want to get that like tattooed right here.
My favorite mixer with vodka is just vodka, water, and then any of that zero sugar like Mio stuff. Now this is fucking crazy because you can drink the whole bottle and it tastes like just lemonade or fruit punch or whatever.
Yeah.
And because you're also mixing it with like water,
is
you
this?
pretty much don't have a hangover because you're hydrating on top of being fucked up.
Yeah.
Literally drunk tip Josh 101.
A few months ago, I was taking tequila and
Tequila!
mixing it with G-Sups and
Oh,
like
hell
drinking that and like tequila.
Tequila. At first, I was thinking, should I go through the first part a couple more times and see how long we can do this?
We're all like, nope, we can move back out again.
Nope. He's
Hey,
still
you know
going.
what?
Still going.
I'm never not gonna not stop until I have to stop.
You sound like
Morning,
someone
not
I met
stopping
outside
when
of a Piggly Wiggly one time.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm never not gonna not stop till I got to.
You should hear me on this cast when I'm drinking.
So you got that 5 on you or what?
I'm sober right now.
Damn it. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Okay, we're back.
The Thy Art is Murder situation. I think, and I might upset some people with this. I think that if you are going to build a career constantly pointing out the flaws in far-right ideology, you are a cunt if you start like quoting Matt Walsh on your fucking socials. Like, he's a huge fucking hypocrite.
It's
And
Yeah,
it's also like what
see, and I
people
knew
do
you-
with their own lives are not his business. So for him to be like, because people are like, oh, he said an opinion. He didn't say an opinion. He said we should burn a child for existing a way that he doesn't like. That's not an opinion. That is vile. So that's my stance on it.
And see, I never-
side with the band. I side with the band. Fuck CJ.
Yeah. And see, I caught the CJ stuff after his social media was already deleted, which I guess now he's brought it back. So I was kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then I saw where some people were saying he was talking about the woman in the video, and then some where he was saying he was talking about the child, and then
Either way,
was like,
though.
yeah, either
But,
way, it's
either
like
calling for violence on
Wha-
a marginalized group, there is no good way to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like, yeah, you know, you can say that they're this hateful and violent band or whatever, but that doesn't mean that you have those thoughts just because you're in a band that sings about those things or portrays this image. That's
Right.
just, that's not an excuse for him to say or do something hateful towards people. Just because he's in a hateful band, that's not an excuse. That doesn't, well, what did you expect? Well, we expect him to be a human,
Right.
and have compassion.
And also,
But
like,
again,
there
I
are
was
very
pretty-
few
I'm-
bands. There are very few bands who believe in what they sing about. Like, do you think fucking
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse wants you to do the shit they sing about? I don't think they do.
No.
So, like, the people who are using, like, the people who are using that as an excuse are just fucking idiots. And they're like, I know that's a harsh way to put it, but if you are okay with someone calling for violence against a marginalized group because in their songs they talk about violence, you're fucking demented.
Retarded.
Like, there's no
I hate
other
to
way
use
to
that
put
word,
it.
but yeah. Well, and then another thing that I like. Did you see his, I guess, recent apology that he posted? Did you
It was
watch it?
something I didn't watch it. No, I've seen posts where it's been like, they forced me to apologize and they didn't even tell me they were kicking me out, so I'm gonna tell the true story. And it's like, the true story is
like,
that
it's
you
like
were a dick.
He kind of came off pretty sincere, like, through a lot of the apology video, and I was like, oh man, like, maybe I haven't looked into this enough, and I shouldn't, like, weigh in yet. But then, like, in his apology video, I feel like he kind of started to contradict himself towards the end, to where he did say, like, they made me do it, and it's like, okay, so then now you're saying you actually don't want to apologize for anything, so why are you even making a second apology video? I had another thing I wanted to say, but I don't know if I agree with the way the band did it, if what we're seeing is the way they did it.
Yeah.
I've always felt like that was kind of weird to do it just without warning them, but that's not my business. I'm not in the band,
Right.
but
I feel like they should
it
have
seems
told
a little
him.
weird. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I don't know. Like, you've got somebody that has helped you build this brand, and if they're going to tear that brand down with the ideology that they're sharing, yeah, it's almost cut and dry. Like, that's your livelihood they're fucking with,
Right.
because of their moronic views.
It's sad, dude.
Josh?
So I didn't weigh in on it. That way I can let you guys talk about it for like the shorts and stuff like that. Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
You know, Thy Art is Murder?
Yeah. But I kind of picked up some clues and things there when you guys are talking about it. I don't know what happened or anything like that.
So CJ McMahon posted a Matt Walsh post on his
Wow.
story.
Okay, yeah.
You know, Matt Walsh, the vicious right-wing pedophile, and I'm not
Yes.
saying that in an accusatory
No,
way.
that's actually what
He is
yeah,
actively
yeah, that's just what he is.
Yes, he is defending child marriage laws. He's a pedophile.
Yeah, that's fucking
Anyway,
disgusting.
Matt
Disgusting.
made this post where someone was talking to their kid, and it was something along the lines of, they asked this kid, "Are you a boy or are you a girl?" And the kid said, "I don't know. It's a little kid."
Yeah.
Little kids give
Yeah.
answers like that. That's an average little kid response. And Matt Walsh was like, "They're coming for your children and this proves it." And CJ posted it on his story and captioned, "Burn it." About a child.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
that-
fuck CJ McMahon.
Dude, that's fucking incredibly like burn the child because it's just a kid
Yeah.
doesn't know. It's just being a kid. A kid's like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're just a fucking.
It is a
kid.
child. Dude, when I
you're
was a
just living
little
life in
kid, I would
cartoons and
say
cereal.
anything.
Oh, I said some crazy shit as a
Right.
kid. I'd probably say I was
Right.
a lesbian alien. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, you're just a kid.
And for Matt Walsh, because people on the right have to project, he wants to say that the entire LGBT community and all left-leaning everything are coming for your kids and attacking your kids. I'm not trying to get political, but the left aren't the ones burning books, and the left aren't the ones defending child marriage laws.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
the child marriage
Matt
law
and
shit,
his-
like, I do know about that. That shit is
See, I didn't know about that one. That
unreal.
was
That shit, I can't even fathom
is
that
fighting
people
for
would
it.
even support it. I can't fathom people
What?
supporting
Right.
that type of stuff. Like, 'cause in
Matt
my
what's
mind,
he
Walsh-
fighting for? Like which is the
like children, like underage marriage and underage, like just being able to marry a
Yeah,
Like,
kid,
like
at any age, like what, 12 or something
Children
like that?
marrying adults, and he is supporting that.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's people supporting. It's just that I
And-
can't fathom other people being on
Yeah,
the
I
side of
don't
him and
get
being like, hey,
that.
here's a little child. I'm gonna fuck it. Like that. What? How do you actually have
Yeah.
a fucking mindset like that? And then also, how do you have thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, backing you up on this fucking weird, strange, backwards, gross, disgusting, unhuman, it's unreal. It's unreal. That shit.
He
nah,
has
I knew about that shit.
also
That's unreal.
Matt has leased property in school districts that his children do not attend school in, so that he can attend school meetings and cause problems. He leased someone's basement so that he could go to a
And be a part
fucking
of the-
school meeting, because there were rules. Right, it was rules. It was like, if you do not have property here, you cannot come in because your children are not attending.
Of the school
So
district
he
in that
leased
area.
property. Right. So
What
he
the
leased
fuck?
property in that district so that he could go there and tell the teachers that they shouldn't teach critical race theory and that gay people are coming for their kids. No elementary school is teaching critical race theory. That is a college course.
yeah.
Yeah. And then okay, so
They're upset at things that they don't even understand.
Yeah.
No
That's a big
kindergartner
thing.
is
I've got-
learning about critical race theory.
that's the root of what
I've
it is.
got a
They're
lot.
upset about things they don't understand. And then so he posted this, and then so the band just like kicked him out and didn't tell him anything like that. Is that what happened?
So they made him apologize, and then they made a post with the trans flag, and they were like, "We stand with you, no matter what."
Okay.
And they forced him to apologize.
And that
But
was the
then
fucked up apology that Steve
apparently-
was talking about.
I think
Well,
his
no,
first
this new
so-
one-
yeah, the new
He
one.
had done two.
Okay.
He filmed two, according to him, and the band wouldn't let him film or wouldn't let him release the first one. So then he had to film a second one that they approved and then went out. Well, he,
Yeah.
since being kicked out, posted the other one.
Mm,
And that's one that I was talking about, where it's like he kind of starts to contradict himself and kind of starts getting on these weird things.
tangents about
and-
it, yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, they kicked him out via a social media post the day the EP dropped or album dropped.
Yeah. They had a new vocalist come in and like speed run record the entire album so that they could release it without having CJ on it.
That way he couldn't get the
The
royalties for
only-
himself, right? Correct.
I would assume that's why.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
so the only way you're gonna hear him on this full album is if you bought a physical copy prior to the
It's already
situation.
been printed.
Gotcha,
Right.
gotcha.
See, and that to me was the weird thing that I'm kind of like, I don't want to back either side in this little situation, where it was just like, man, that's kind of shitty too. But how, I don't know how else they would have. It might not have went well if they had
Well,
tried to do it any other way.
According to the band, he was not kicked out just because of this,
Well, there was
but this
other
was
Yeah, I
the
saw where they
last
said it was
fuck-
an ongoing
Okay.
It
kind
w-
of thing.
Apparently, there was an ongoing issue which they haven't released, and I commend them for that, because they could, if they really wanted to, they could drag everybody through the fucking mud, but they're not doing that. As of now, they're not doing that,
right now.
and I commend them for that. But they made a statement. He was not kicked out just because he
Strictly.
said this awful, damaging thing. This was just the last thing we were willing to put up with, because there were long prior issues with CJ this was just, it was it. We're done.
This was the last straw.
And CJ has left Thy Art Is Murder before.
Yeah.
On his own accord. And I don't know if, I mean, they didn't record anything then, but they still toured during that time, as far as I can remember. So people that are saying, like, they won't be anybody without CJ, like, they seem to forget, like, they already had to exist without him before, because when he had his first kid, he was like, I can't do this anymore because it's not financially going to support me and my family. And so the idea that they're just going to be done once they give him the boot is silly.
So who's the vocalist now for them, or the filling-in vocalist that was on the record and everything?
They haven't announced.
They haven't announced, but it sounds like Matt from Aversion's Crown. Mark from Aversion's Crown, not Matt. Mark, Matt, something with an M from Aversion's Crown.
Something M sounded. Which
M
era of Aversion's Crown was he?
That's an amazing question.
I know they've had
Stephen, I have no idea.
I know they've had a few, because they used to. One of the, I can't remember who it is. I think it was their first vocalist. Maybe I thought he was just like the shit. Just something about him. Just
something that just
my plums.
Something that hurts about this whole fucking situation is that I really looked up to CJ for a really long time, and then he's like, hey, fuck you and the people you care about, because, like, I have a lot of friends that I love very deeply who belong to the LGBT community. And he's just like, fuck you guys, you're groomers. And it's like, all right, CJ, that's awesome. Thank you for letting me know that I wasted years supporting you.
Never meet your heroes, man.
Yeah, they do say that.
And you didn't even have to meet this one to get let down.
Yeah, it's just sad. And to build a career attacking far-right ideology only to turn around and buy into it yourself.
And that's a weird thing that I feel like a lot of, like, the because CJ's in mine and Josh's generation. He's only like 40, so he's that same generation. No, but we're millennials.
37 now.
Josh is 37.
I just turned 37 a week ago.
But I feel like a lot of millennials are like that used to kind of be that, oh, we hate the right wing, we're forward thinking, are like kind of getting sideswiped by the LGBTQ plus movement, and they're like becoming our parents with the bigoted beliefs. And it's just weird. It's I'm not like making any excuse for it, like we were raised at a different time.
It's
but it's just weird for me to see.
It's human nature. Like, if you don't get something, you hate it.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I think is happening with a lot of people. They see this thing and they're just, I don't understand it. And instead of trying to learn about it, because like I don't get it at a personal level. I've never truly been uncomfortable, like in my skin. Like I don't wake up and I'm not comfortable, but I'm not uncomfortable. I've never had any kind of a gender identity issue. So I don't get it, but I get it, if that makes any sense. Like I'm not gonna.
You don't get it on a personal level, but you understand that they're people and they deserve compassion and acceptance.
Yeah. Yes.
That's CJ's problem. He's like, exactly.
And there's a lot more. Like I often will refer to like the time frame we're in right now as like the age of consent and the age of information. Everybody now is like getting the idea that everything needs to be consensual is out there. You have no excuse to not know that, or to think that you can do something unconsensually. And there's also the age of information where literally if you have a feeling, there's somebody out there that is going through that has probably posted something about it. So everyone's getting some form of like, I'm not alone. now. So more
Right.
people are feeling comfortable being themselves. And we didn't have that before
No,
the
definitely didn't have that before.
social media was
Yeah.
so big. You know,
Like,
you couldn't,
You couldn't
you know,
be any
you just
way
were,
different. Any way different.
whatever was in your town is kind of what, you know, I mean, you grew up in a small town.
Yeah.
If you were different and no one else there related to you, you just felt like you were alone.
And then you either tried
And you
to
would-
hide and conform into these other ideas, and then hold yourself back from who you truly are. And then, but now you know, in a different generation, they have the opportunity to be able to just be who
To
they are
feel
and feel everything that they want to feel. Yeah, because our generation
Right.
was pushed down upon you. It was like like a tiny funny story. I'm left-handed, right? When I was in like school, like kindergarten, first grade, I used to get spankings from my principal, my teacher, and my parents for being left-handed because that was wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine what, like, if somebody was, you know, felt a certain way about being in a certain like body or like how they were. Like I was getting beat for just being left-handed, and that, you know what I mean? Like it was
Right.
crazy. But I'm happy that there's a platform for everybody now, because it wasn't like that. Even with mental health and stuff, there's a platform for it. Like when I was on tour and stuff, I was
Yeah.
always like sad, depressed, and like I was very like suicidal. But we would just laugh about it, like, oh Josh, you know,
Yeah.
because there wasn't a platform for it, and we didn't really know any better. Because like if you let those feelings out, you were just gonna be pushed aside or made fun of, or just be
Made
like
fun
literally
of.
like looked down upon. Like, oh, you can't do this
Yeah.
because you're having like mental stress. We're gonna kick you out of the band or something. So you just bottled everything up. And it's good to see that there's platforms for everybody, for everything, and how they feel now.
Yeah.
It was tough.
It's good. You know, like the advancements are amazing. The fact that you can now, which I know there are certain places where you can't, but the fact that now more than ever you can be comfortable with yourself and be accepted, that's amazing. But there are so many people where they have that caveman mentality of, I don't understand this, so it's dangerous. Like when cavemen saw something they didn't get, they threw rocks at it. And that's what these people are doing. That's what CJ's doing. He doesn't get it, so he's throwing rocks at it.
That's a
It's
wonderful way
sad.
to put it, actually.
It's sad, dude. Because it's completely fixable. You know, ignorance can be fixed with learning. Like, this is a choice. They're choosing to be ignorant because if they learn about other people, if they learn about acceptance, they might feel bad about themselves for being bigots. So
And
they
that's
would
the
rather
first-
just be a bigot
yeah.
than confront those feelings.
And that's the first step in the right direction, but they don't even want to like take the information. Because like you said, they're just
Yeah.
scared. And like exactly what you said, when you're scared of something, you're gonna deter it
Throw
away from
rocks
you
at
so hard. You're gonna bounce it back at somebody, and the only way it made you feel better about deterring it back to you is when maybe you might have had a feeling like that or know somebody that had, for you to make fun of them, to belittle them, to talk
Yeah.
down on them, to try to make them feel like they're less of a person because they're not you, they're not what you are. Just because what
And there's
you
a
are
lot
and
of
what
these
they are
hateful
different. Yeah.
people.
Just 'cause you're different
There's
from
so
somebody
many
doesn't
of
mean
these
you're lesser.
hateful people who like a shocking amount of them where they're in the closet. There is a lot
Oh, yeah.
of closeted people,
is-
and the only way they know how to express it because they are not comfortable with
Is to make fun
being
of other
that in and
people.
of themselves, right?
Yeah.
And
'Cause they don't know how to deal with it.
that's sad, and I hope that they can get the help they deserve. But the people who are hateful for the sake of being hateful,
That's just-
like CJ, fuck them.
That's
Because CJ's not
worse.
going to change.
No.
CJ's not going to change. He's decided that this is what the world is like to him, and everyone else can fuck off if they don't agree because he's right and everyone else is wrong. So
And then
fuck
with
CJ,
and with it being so
and
public,
I'm going to side with the
And
band.
with him being so public
Yeah.
about it, he's probably gonna fall even head first more into it.
He's going to
Because-
double
yeah.
down.
Yeah, yeah, just
Dude,
doubling down.
every
yeah.
every post I see about it, there are people in the comments. He was just saying an opinion, or like, he's standing up for our children. He's protecting them. Really? If this is about protecting kids, and this is another controversial opinion, but if this is really about protecting kids, we need to protest churches constantly.
Yeah,
100%.
because of the
I make
millions
that
of children who are
point.
getting hurt every fucking day by the church, but we'll allow that.
And the clergymen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We'll allow that because as long as you say you're on the same team as the J-Man,
Yeah.
you can get away with anything you want to in this
We're doing
country.
this for, yeah.
So, I like that you brought that up because my family's very southern religious redneck right wing
Mine is
for
too.
the most part.
Mine is too.
I figured
Yeah.
as much.
Texas.
I've got like one cousin. That's a lefty atheist, and we get along great. But every time I'm around everyone else, and it's like fucking the only topic that they talk about
Always.
now is
And then they can take any topic
LGBTQ+.
into that. How's the weather?
And
Well, look
yeah,
at this
I'll be
transgender
eating a corn dog, and they'll be like, "I bet that corn dog's not transsexual." It's like, God damn, man, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's just a fucking
But
corn
they'll
dog.
bring up
I've
the
seen
LGBTQ.
Yeah, I've seen
But-
comments on Hidden Valley Ranch, and I'm not joking. It was a Hidden Valley Ranch ad on Instagram, and the top comment was, "You're a good company, please don't go woke."
Yeah,
If that's your mindset, eat fucking soap and kick dirt, because you suck.
You don't deserve ranch.
but I swear,
Exactly.
Ranch,
If that's your opinion,
You don't
you don't
deserve
deserve
ranch.
Hidden Valley, you fucker.
ranch is too good for you, fucker.
Ranch is too good.
Go eat some milk,
But
goat
I s-
piss.
every time I'm around someone, it gets brought up, and they'll bring up something about that they're hurting our kids, or I mean, like they will say it, and I'll just be like, well, don't take them to church either, and they will look me in my face just like, what? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
don't take them to church either, dude.
Don't take 'em to church.
Growing up, we couldn't stay in a church for more than a year because there was some kind of a scandal, like be it a sex scandal, a diddling
Yeah.
kids scandal,
Hmm.
drugs,
East
something.
Texas
and
Southern
it
Baptist
was-
churches were terrible.
Oh,
My mom, yeah,
It-
we moved churches a lot with my
it
mom
was.
too.
Yeah.
Because like my mom was like
We'll
super
just
religious,
need
but
to
she
do a
didn't
whole
like
episode.
She didn't fuck with that shit. Like as soon as she found out they were doing something weird or shisty, especially when it came to like children or something like that, my mom was like, "We're fucking out of here." My mom was like, "That's
Yeah, but
that's
you had to
fucking
move like
disgusting."
every year to
Yeah,
a different church.
Yeah. And then towards
And
the
no
end,
one
yeah.
will
Yeah.
say, well, maybe there's a problem at home too. They're too worried about what's on the other side of the fence to worry about what's
Yeah.
in their own yard.
Right. It's fucking insane, dude. And the people on the right who are like, they're mutilating children, there is not a single hospital in this country providing surgery for anybody under the age of 15 and bottom surgery for anybody under the age of 18. It's not
Yeah.
happening.
And
all.
another thing with that, not necessarily the mutilating children thing, but again, me referencing myself, never having gender identity issues, I have no room to speak on when is an appropriate time to speak to a adolescent or a child about that, because I don't know when that would happen,
Right.
because I've always felt like I was me. I am a man born in a man's body. Or I might be wording some of this wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I
know
have
what
no
you're
clue.
You're saying because you haven't experienced it, you're not going to force your experience onto someone that you
Yeah.
cannot understand.
Yeah. So I mean, when's the right age? Who knows? I'm sure that is just like anything else. That is a very
It's case by
person-to-person
case.
basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. That part does get a little weird for me to try to digest about when transition therapy could or should occur. But
Right.
again, like I said, I don't feel like I have a good opinion on it because I have never experienced that
Right.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
feeling.
And the thing is, it was some hospital, I think it was in Boston, has been receiving bomb threats for years because they now allow trans kids to put their preferred name and pronouns on their medical charts for that hospital, which is awesome. It's good that they're doing that. but people are threatening to bomb the hospital for it.
Yeah. Boston's
Something
crazy.
that small, something that
Yeah,
fucking
just-
small, and they're mutilating kids in there because they get to pick what they're called. That's
Yeah,
mutilation.
because
Are
of
you
some
people
pen
fucking
on,
brain
some
dead?
pen on paper.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like picking your
Shit.
name. Like you didn't get to pick your name. You know, what if you want to be a different name? So you have the
Right.
opportunity to change your name later on, or like whenever it's available.
What confuses me so fucking much about it, they're like, well, you'll never be this. It's like, do you not understand that there are millions of people, thousands of which you personally refer to where you're not using their given name? You know his name's
Yeah.
not Ice Cube, right? Like, that's not his real name.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
That
his
guy's
name's
name
not
is not
Eminem,
Slash.
right?
yeah. Perfect example. Yeah. They chose
Beyonce.
that they wanted to be called this name.
Is that
and
her
then,
name?
and then you're accepting it because it's a name. Well, they're choosing
And I
that they want to be
understand,
called
like,
this.
I get that that's kind of like a reductive way of looking at it, but at the
sometimes you
same
have to
time, like,
simplify it for people
Right.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Well,
so
and then
fucking weird.
a friend of mine made a post yesterday or the day before. I get mixed up being night shift, but it was, if a boy wears a skirt, you will call him a girl or whatever and make fun of him, but then when they want to be, you won't do it. And that's kind of like the mindset that the right have. They will definitely, if like a dude was to dress up some way, they're like, oh, you little girl, you little fag, blah blah blah. But then the minute that person is like, no, I feel like I'm a woman, they're like, you'll never be a woman, you're a man.
Yeah.
Yep.
and they
It's
shut
like
it.
it's a power issue.
Yeah, I
They
really
flip
think
for
it is a power
sure.
thing. Yeah. Because
They
don't like
want
not
to.
I
having
have
control
seen-
and everything.
Yeah, and I've seen posts of like cisgendered people, like not even trans people, and these people are so hateful. They don't care if you're actually trans or not, if they even think you are. They will send you DMs being like, you're not valid. It's like, do
Yeah.
you even know who the fuck I am?
Yeah. First of all,
Martha?
what makes you valid for saying that to me?
Right.
It just all wraps back around. It's just fucking ignorance and just
It
I
is.
think
and there's no compassion for anybody
None.
that has anything in their life that's different from what you have, and that's
Right.
just got to change. There's something wrong with it.
It has to. Otherwise, we're just going to end up killing each other. Like, more than we already
Over-
are. We are just going to end
over-
up killing each other.
Somebody wanted to put that
over
they
some
feel
pen on paper
pen on
shit,
paper shit. Yeah.
not even real life fucking shit. Just
Pen
like
on paper.
I'm
And
gonna
the
I'm gonna
amount
circle.
of people, the
this.
amount of people who hate the LGBT community, despite the fact that they've never even met someone who's in that community, speaks volumes to how ignorant these people are.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you think
Definitely.
CJ's ever had a personal face-to-face interaction with a trans person? I doubt it. Because
Unless
if he
it was like a
did, he
fan.
would have.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if
maybe.
he did, he would have seen that it's a human being.
Yeah, it's human interaction. Exactly. Instead of something that you think is like a monster or something out of a scary horror film or something.
Yeah.
Something made up in like a laboratory that doesn't have like, okay, like, I know this is not probably the great example, but like, like Frankenstein. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, it's just a dumb
That's probably
monster.
what a lot of people think.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
a dumb
that's
monster has no
prob-
mind. or
People on the
whatever.
right, that's what they think.
There's
They
a
think
dumb
it's
monster with
a
no
fucking
mind.
surgery thing, and
Yeah,
like,
no mind, no feelings, no heart, nothing. These are actually real
That's
people with all these things.
I think the most like mind-boggling thing for a lot of the right-wing people that I know is the gender fluid and non-binary group. They can't get it.
Right.
And I'm just like, you don't really have to, man. It's just like there's
it's not
nothing
your
that
life.
they're
You don't
doing.
have to get it.
There's nothing that they're like. Well,
And it's not
one day they're a
affecting you at
girl,
all.
and then one day they're a boy.
Exactly.
It's like, well, who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah.
They look good. Like, look at them.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
wearing cool
They're
shit.
smiling. Look at them smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're,
I wish.
living
I
happy.
bet you wish you could be happy like that.
That is very true. They're so miserable in their own lives they can't see somebody else being happy so different than them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just don't understand how.
Something that pisses me off is that these people on the right, they are all about their right to feel comfortable and have bodily autonomy. But as soon as your idea of bodily autonomy doesn't line up with theirs, you don't deserve rights and you should be in prison. And then you have preachers, because like I've read the Bible.
Evangelists are terrible.
It says so many times you're supposed to love everybody and have compassion. Preachers standing behind the pulpit saying that we should drag them out and shoot them in the back of the head.
That was my biggest problem.
Oh, yeah,
with,
I
like,
saw
growing
that.
up in like
Specific thing.
I didn't see that, but that is my point though. That's my biggest thing about growing up in churches that I hated. If we're supposed to be compassionate, we're supposed to be, forgiving and also accepting of everybody, then why are we like I had long hair as a
Acting
kid,
this
and,
way?
and I listened to metal and stuff, and the congregation would always be like so down on my mom, like you shouldn't let him listen to this and let him dress like he's got baggy pants on and long hair. My mom's like he's a good kid. He's just having fun. He loves music and so that was the thing. They were always pushing, and exactly what he said. Like it says it in the Bible that you should not be judging me or like being mean to me. You should just be yeah. I don't get it on a rant, but yeah, 'cause I'm so mad about it right now. It's like it's such my childhood that I just can't even like get the words out. I'm so mad.
I started
my mom
talking
always
about
defended
this.
me, so that was awesome.
I started talking about this thinking I would be able to stay calm, but like the more I think about it, the more pissed I get because these
Yeah.
people are evil. And these people are like, they are unabashedly evil. They don't even care to hide it. And they're the people who are making the laws. Like, think about that cunt who
I know-
runs Florida. He is destroying people's lives because he doesn't understand. And he doesn't want to.
They've put some just weird laws into effect this year that like it's just why that's not, no one's doing that, first of all, so like why are you getting extreme with this? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to know exactly what it is, so I don't want to sound like a total idiot, but it's just Florida's a wild place.
Always been a wild place.
Dude, Florida's
like in every
fucking Florida man.
I haven't been around Florida very much.
We did that tour through Florida with Those Who Fear and Gideon. You remember that, Steven?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, and I've got family in Florida, and they are very much. They're not like the bath salts Florida people, but they are.
They're close
like,
to it.
They're like, I'm gonna drink Busch Light and do cocaine until the sun comes up, and then go to work. Florida people,
They're not bath salt Florida people. They're bath pepper Florida people. Like they're almost there.
Yeah.
They're almost there.
They're almost there.
They're working their way from onion powder to garlic powder
to salt.
Maybe they're garlic salt because they have a
Bath
little salt
garlic
in it,
powder.
but it's not all the way salt. You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying? A little garlic salt, a little
No,
seasoned
I'm
salt.
saying.
Get some
You know what I'm saying?
some Bath Tony Satcheries.
Get some bath Creole seasoning.
Go on bath.
Yeah.
you little
Some
Korean boy.
bath slap your mama.
I'll take a stick of butter and throw it on the pan, y'all.
Food.
Well,
All right, yeah, okay. That was awesome. Yeah.
I had to piss for probably the last hour, so I'm gonna let you boys go. This has been a great little short short episode. Paxton,
I remember you messaging me saying this is going to be a 30-minute podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
3
I
hours
said
and
we
30
do
minutes.
we do our precast is 30 minutes, and I was like, we'll shoot for an hour. Here we are, 3 hours later.
Yeah.
We talked about a whole bunch, and I enjoyed every bit of it, guys.
Yeah.
Paxton, thanks for coming
Dude, thank you
and
so
being
much.
on.
Man.
It's such a nice
And,
human being. It's like just a nice human being that also is a rad ass musician. So there you go, and
Hell
and a
yeah.
funny dude,
And a funny that can
and
cook.
handsome.
We got-
yeah, he cooks too. He's a handsome, funny,
gonna try
dude, genuine human being. Oh, boy,
Some
y'all
of those
missing out.
recipes.
He's taken,
But
if he
next
wasn't
week-
taken, I'm telling you.
Next
If I
week
wasn't
we'll
taken,
have.
I would be a good option.
Yeah, but he's taken.
Oh, yeah.
Just calm down in the comments, all right?
He's taken.
Yeah.
But next week we have our second official guest, and that will be old Machete Eddie Hoffman. He was the drummer for Gore Pig in this last album,
Yeah.
which sadly had to separate. So that'll be fun.
I love Machete Eddie. He's awesome.
As always, check out the YouTube for the additional material. We'll be trying to drop every Tuesday now. We finally decided on a date.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Other than that, hit, all the shit everybody says. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.